All right, there we go. Good morning, you guys. Welcome to our Friday training. I was just going over our post for our August challenge, which I really should have been recording prior to getting this started. So today we're going to do a carousel to share a top tip or hack with your niche. So it could be a top trick, a top tip, it's too many T's, or a hack or anything like that. It can be related to Thrive, it can be related to your niche, it can be related to anything you want to do. So with that being said, that is what we're going to do today. If you don't know what to post about or what to do, go to Google. That's going to be your best friend to figure out how to do this. If you don't know what a carousel is just sharing multiple photos on Instagram, but post them on Facebook as well, because we want to just be an omnipresence and be posting on both platforms if possible. So that is what we're going to do for today's challenge. Be sure to, in this instance, you can just take a screenshot and post it on the original post in our team page to be able to get entered into our drawing for the August challenge. And then also you can reference that original post to be able to
I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know what that was. But anyways, you can reference that original post if you don't, if you want to go and work ahead, I guess is what I'm trying to say. And also check what each day is. So like tomorrow we won't be on Zoom, and obviously Sunday. So tomorrow is you're going to do a reel. And we're going to do sharing a story of how your business started. And you can record yourself and just actually share a little testimony, because people like to hear your voice, you guys. And this way you don't have to go live sharing your story, but you can just do a 30-second recording of how you got your business started or how you got your experience started. You can put it to some trending audio, just turn the audio really down low so that people can still hear your voice, or you can, you could record, you walking through the woods or whatever. And then you can just post, like your story with it. Like you can just write words to go alongside of, like, as the video is going, then you can like write in your reel your caption of your story. So those are some different ideas. And then day 6 will be just a single photo. So Sunday will be easy. You won't have to make a reel or anything. Just do a single photo, like a static post, and you'll encourage engagement with a daily question. So again, just a real simple engagement post. And you can just ask whatever question you want to ask your audience, and, to get that ball rolling. Okay, so I just gotta look here to my, I'm just looking at my notes here, you guys. Hang on one second, just bear with me. Oh, here we go. I was like, where did my notes go? All right. I have my notes here. Remember, guys, if you're able to, feel free to turn your cameras on, because it's no fun to train to nobody. I know you guys are on here, but your faces also give me energy and make me not feel like I'm just talking to a screen. So if you're able to, I love to see your faces. So don't be afraid to turn on your cameras. But today we are going to talk about customer retention. So with the start of the new month, you guys, I just really wanted to talk about customer retention today, because we've been talking about sales so much. that, like this kind of just goes right into it, right? Because if you make the sale, right, now you got to retain the customers. And I think oftentimes we're always looking, especially like in Lavelle, right? We're constantly, you know, going for goals, going for PPA, going for trips, going for incentives, going for bonuses, all these different things, right? And that's all great. And those things definitely help us to you know keep on growing our businesses. But sometimes when we get caught up in that, I think we sometimes forget that we have a whole entire team of customers already on. And the thing is that we can just get so focused on bringing on new people that we forget about the bread and butter that is literally already in our business. The people that are already like already there, they're already they've already joined our teams. And so obviously we are going to continue to grow a strong business when we nurture the people that we already have, and when we can get them to be repeat customers, to have that customer retention. Because ultimately, right, like we have an awesome business, you guys, like seriously, because there are so many direct sales businesses out there that truly you literally kind of buy, but like you maybe don't need to buy again for like a long time. So for example, with that is like Tammy actually, and Sammy both, they, prior to doing their Thrive businesses, were in Color Street. So for example, if you don't know what Color Street is, it's just like those like nail polish, like nail things or whatever. And the problem with that business is just that it's kind of a one and done. Like you're going to buy like a few sets of nails, and maybe people are consistent with painting their nails, and maybe some people aren't, and they're never going to they're going to do these nails, and maybe they're going to do the 3 sets, or they're going to do it, and they're gonna for a wedding or a special event, and then that's it. And so therefore, like people are buying it and then that's it. Well, Thrive, you have a 30-day supply, you feel amazing, you have to take it every single day, and at 30 days you are definitely going to run out if you're taking it consistently. So it's a business that repeats. They're always going to need to re-up their orders if they are consistently thriving. But the thing is that that's where we need to come in, and we need to retain these customers. So you get the initial sale, which is obvious, but now we need to nurture that sale. And so clearly nurturing that sale is making sure that we are staying super, super consistent, with being in the follow-up with our customers, checking in with them, nurturing them, taking care of them. But there's so much more to it than that. It's like what is your awareness? Like, again, we can bring people into this business, but do they know that we have a referral program? Do they know that we offer that? That is how we are going to retain customers, is by obviously making sure that they are aware that they can earn this product for free. Because obviously, especially in a trying economy, people are struggling to just buy groceries. And so if people are buying Thrive with us, we really, really want to make sure that we are giving that next level of customer service, and making sure that they know about our rewards program. And then also, like, are we accessible? Like, how accessible are you? Are you showing up daily? Is your business on? Are you posting regularly where people know that they can reach out to you? Because what's a common thing that we hear when people reach out to us? I don't know if my person's thriving anymore. My person doesn't reach out to me. I have no support. Those are the main things that we hear all the time when people come to us about starting their Thrive experience. But the thing is that we get so excited about that sale, but then after that, are we truly taking care of them? And are we striving to retain the customers that we already have. So that's really super important to make sure that we are doing those things. And then also, you guys, really just making sure that we are like taking care of our customers. And you got a lot to say about this too, Cash. Really making sure that we are like taking care of our customers in the aspect of like giving them the best. And so I'm going to use a little example for you guys. I got 2 new customers last night, and how I did that is, I had, actually it's one of Triton's teachers, his 1st or 2nd grade teacher, and it's also one of his football coaches now. And he had reached out to me. We are not Facebook friends, you guys, at all. So that's the interesting part, is clearly he just knew I was thriving. I'm assuming just from seeing me at all of these sporting events, wearing our DFT loud and proud. And apparently he must just know what Thrive is. And so then he reached out to me to ask me about Thrive. Even though we're not Facebook friends, I mean, I know him from a very like, professional aspect of like being my son's coach and teacher years ago. But like, other than that, like we haven't had a ton of conversations. But obviously, because my Facebook is so open and I'm constantly talking about it and all of my stuff is public, he reached out to me. And I helped him to thrive last month. So he was loving his experience. I took care of him. How I made the meal plan, you guys, that I just shared with you guys recently, was because truly he really, really wanted like to lose weight. He's really on a health journey. And he asked me, he's like, do you have any meal plans or like, any suggestions or like what I should be like healthy snacks? Like, do you have any or anything that you can share with me? Like, what is the meal plan for this? What is this? What is that? And he really wanted to know all of the things, you guys. So listen to your customers, right? So he's asking me all of these questions. So I have some stuff from Lavelle that I can send him from like our Thrive Elite, that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 like graphic that we have. But I literally then said, okay, this is what he wants. So you guys, that meal plan, and I know not all of you guys are a fan of this, Dan especially, but I went to ChatGPT, and this is, you guys, where that can really help you. I asked ChatGPT to give me a very simple meal plan for 7 days with healthy snacks that are kid friendly. And the reason I said that is because then you're not getting all these like crazy things that like in ingredients that people don't really have in their home. I wanted to make it simple so that it's not just this like wild meal plan that you have to like go get all these crazy ingredients and that are like weird things that most people don't really eat, right? Like
Did you share that in the team page? Because I didn't see it.
I shared it in the team thread.
Okay, I guess I didn't see it. I'll have to go through there once
You
and
can
check
go back
again.
and look. And then also in the team thread, there's always like when you're looking in the team thread, if you didn't already know this, this is anywhere on Messenger. I'm trying to go to our Messenger really quick, so I'm guiding you guys correctly. When you click on, the top team Believe Infinity, and you scroll down, you'll see where it says view media files and links.
Oh, okay.
When you click on that,
I was looking in files, but I didn't see it in there. When I get home.
it's right below, it's right below where it says promoter appreciation is back. It's like a tan graphic.
Okay.
If you don't find it, Angel, I took a screenshot of it right away so I can send it to you.
Okay. I'll reach out if I can't find it. Thank you.
Yeah. And so it says weekly meal planner at the top. And this is the thing though, is that I made this meal plan because he was really looking for it. And so Again, it's that next level of customer service. But here's the thing. Now I have this weekly meal planner that I already made. And so now all of my new customers, I can also offer an extra meal plan and send this to them and say, hey, I just wanted to send this to you. This is just something that I give to my customers when they order. If you just need help and suggestions about some healthy meal plan or some healthy snacks, you guys, it's not anything crazy or amazing. It's really not. But for somebody who is brand new on their health journey, it's just that even if they never look at it, it's that extra layer of customer service. And they're like, oh my gosh, wow, like she gave me this meal plan. That's super awesome. And that's what sets you apart. And that's what's going to help you retain your customers. Plus, because then they're going to think about their Thrive experience in a whole nother way, like, oh, I wonder how I could maybe clean up my diet a little bit. And then people can think about how they could maybe clean up their diet, insert some healthy snacks. Guess what? They're going to get even better results. When they get even better results, then they're going to retain and they're going to want to stick with it. And so it's these extra little things that we can do to make sure that we're retaining our customers. So with this being said, he asked me all that. And so when you listen to your customers, you really can find out what they're really looking for and what they're really needing from a customer perspective, right? Because we've been in the business for so long. We know what we're doing. We've been thriving for a long time, but somebody that's brand new might be looking for something brand new or something that like can help them. So when you listen to what they're looking for, you can really support them. And if they're looking for it, it's probably that others are looking for it as well. So I made up that meal plan. It's going to help me to be that much better of, a quote unquote sponsor to be able to help my new team members coming in. So I sent that off to him. Well, he has continued to love his experience. He was down 10 pounds within the first 2 to 3 weeks, which is amazing. And that was what he was looking to do, was to lose weight. So clearly he was loving it. He was feeling great. And you guys, again, this was just on Classic. Okay. So like I started him on Classic because I didn't want to throw him into Elite right away because I just didn't want it to overpower him. I wanted him to get Thrive in his body and get going. And again, we underestimate what our Classic experience can do. So on Classic, he already lost 10 pounds, but he's in a routine. He's feeling great. And so now this month he wanted to upgrade to Elite. I sent them the Laval videos. Again, you guys, this is how we're going to retain customers and give great customer experiences. Like you don't have to overcomplicate this business. I sent him a 3-minute video from YouTube, our literally like Laval video. And all of a sudden they're like, oh, well, I'm interested in the Elite experience. I want to upgrade to Elite. I didn't have to do anything. I just sent the video because what happened is he's losing weight. He's feeling great. His wife is also on it. She's feeling great. They ordered a couples pack. I've only been communicating with the husband. The wife has been kind of ghost, but whatever. She's clearly enjoying her experience. And, but her mom, his mother-in-law, wanted to get started. So I said, okay, great. Put her in a message with me. I took all the work off of them. Again, this is how, we make this simple for people. And, so I got them in the message. Well, here is where where we can retain customers, keep them going. And another idea to like bring more into your business is by giving them all of the tips and tricks. So, okay, mom's going to order, mother-in-law is going to order. Well, that's one referral. So I was like, you know what? You need to cancel your auto ship that you have that's going to go out on the 5th. And I want you to create an account for your wife. And I want you to order a couples pack under your wife. And then mother-in-law is also ordering. So now I just helped them thrive for free. And he had no idea what he was even doing. So I was like, just trust me on this because this is going to help you get the biggest bang for your buck. So mother-in-law gets signed up. I send these videos and then all of a sudden they're like, wait, that's what I want. I want to do the Elite. Cause I was like, well, we have 2 different systems. And the videos were like these videos. And So then they decide they want to upgrade. And so then I said, okay, well, since your mother-in-law is going to order, that's one referral. We have this referral program. I don't want to overwhelm you. Do you trust me? They're like, yeah, of course I trust you. Okay, so this is what we're going to do. And I took them one step at a time and I said, okay, I want you to go in and cancel your auto ship. This is how you're going to do it. Send the screenshots. Okay. Auto ship is deleted. Okay, now we're gonna create a free account for your wife, and you guys are actually gonna order under her account this month because that's also gonna count for another referral. And by the way, when you have 2 referrals that order on auto ship, you're gonna get the average of those 2 orders. So with your mother-in-law's order and then your couple package under your wife, you guys are gonna get $270 in free credits next month. And he's like, what? And I'm like, yeah, we have an amazing referral program. He's like, so I get to put this towards my order next month? And I go, yeah. And he's like, oh my gosh, that's amazing, Heather. Like, thank you so much. And you guys, it's just going that next level. So if you have one person that's going to be a referral under your customer, think about how you can help them get one more. If they have a spouse that they could order under that account, or ask them if they have anybody else that they've had interested, because guess what? Now that means he's going to do a 3rd month because he has $270 in credits to put towards it. And we know if we can get them to the 3rd month, they're sticking and staying. So it's so important to add that next level of customer service and to think outside of the box and to just tell your people what to do, because they don't know. We have to remember they're not promoters, so they don't know what they're doing. So when we can help to provide that additional customer service to them, then they're going to stick and stay. And you guys, now the beauty is, I don't know if you know this or not, but customers can transfer credits to other customers now. Did you know that? Yes. So Laval has changed. And so you obviously, it has to be in your tree down the line. So to your referrals. So what I'm going to do next month, I'm going to walk them through all this again. And I am going to, when he gets the $270 in credits into his account, I am going to have him take those $270 in credits, and I'm going to have him transfer them to his wife, especially if the mother-in-law is going to order again, and then place the order under his wife with those credits, and then the mother-in-law. And so then he's going to thrive for free again the following month. I mean, naturally, the goal would be to say, you know, has your wife started to share this with her friends? So, and then obviously I will then try to get her account thriving for free as well. And then of course, helping the mother-in-law too. But you can see how this can be a really big, you know, ripple effect when we just really guide our people on what to do. Because if we can get one in the door, then you paint it as a picture of this is like a buy one, get one scenario, because you're going to buy this month under your wife's account, but now next month, you're basically going to get almost another, you know, whole month free for both of you by doing it like this. And they don't know that though, if we don't tell them and guide them. So now naturally, I got them into this. I got them in a deal. I also said, I'm going to take care of the credits for you guys to upgrade to Elite to help you guys out. And I've provided this like additional top of the line, like customer service for them. And so he is like so incredibly grateful and loving their experience because of this. So these are ways that you guys are going to be able to stand out of the crowd, to up your customer service game so that you can retain these customers for the long haul. And that is how I truly, you guys, you know, retain about 9 auto ship customers on my team. Unfortunately, I'm like 3 short every month for Auto Elite, but I have like 14 auto shippers on Rock's team. because I really every single month try to take really good care of my customers because they are the bread and butter. They're the people that we already got through the door. So we want to continue to retain them. So we don't want to forget about the people who have already said yes to us. So I also go through at the beginning of the month and in my planner, at the at a glance, like the month planner, because it's just easier for me to see everybody all at once. I write down my auto ships in like on the 5th, on the 10th, the 15th, whatever. And it, it takes a little bit of time to go through and do this, but then I am following up with them before their auto ships send. If I have extra credits, I'm just saying, hey, I dropped $10 in your account to cover your shipping because I really appreciate you. And then they're like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. And it's just those little things that people really, really appreciate. But then once they reply to me, then it's another opportunity for me to just say, hey, and I just want to remind you about our referral program. Like, I would love to share a sample with anybody that you have interested or a discount. It's going to help them. It's going to help you. Let me know how, I can help you. It's these additional little things, you guys, that make such a big difference. And when you can retain those customers and use your customers' networks, that is truly how you are going to continue to expand your business and expand your customer base. And you guys, customers are the highest paying like commissions. So you want to take good care of your customers because you're getting paid 20% on those customers on their orders. So taking really good care of them is super important. Then obviously recruiting promoters is important because then you have a voluntary army underneath you that is also working right alongside of you and building their businesses as well. So both things are important. But I think so often we get into a phase of just wanting to recruit, or bring in a new customer because of that PPA or because of that trip or because of that. And so often I see that our customers are like a one and done. And we don't want them to be one and done. And sometimes we cannot control it, like as we talked about the other day, like little Miss Katrina. But there are just times that that's going to happen and it's out of our control. It's not because you didn't provide good enough follow-up or customer service. Like sometimes people are just a pain in the butt. But when you kind of do these extra things and go the extra mile and really make sure that we're educating our customers, making sure that we're taking really good care of them, is huge. Making sure that you're super accessible. And by it being accessible is just having oh, you're waving at Cash. I'm like, what? Making sure that you have your open sign on. And that just means that honestly, you guys, your open sign is sharing your capsules in your story. It's posting something about Thrive in your story every single day. That is how you are sharing that your open sign is on, because it's sharing to people that you are still in the business, you are still thriving, and they can come to you at any point because they don't have to question. Like I just had somebody reach out to me yesterday. I don't know. They told me who their promoter is. I don't know who it is. It's nobody that I recognize from our team or our uplines team or anything like that. But she said that she hasn't ordered for 4 or 5 years. But guess what, you guys? She reached out to me because I post regularly every single day. And I don't know who this person really is, but they follow me and they reached out to me and said, I was a promoter. I don't think I really want to be a promoter anymore, but I would love to thrive with you. I really just want to be a customer. I don't even know if my promoter is even thriving anymore. I have no idea. Again, they don't post, they don't reach back out to her. So she has no idea. And yeah, she hasn't thrived for 4 or 5 years. But people that don't thrive with me anymore, I still will send them a message. That's why birthday messages are so important, you guys, because if somebody that used to thrive with you and you send them a birthday message, it's showing them like, hey, hi, hello, happy birthday. I'm still here for you. And it doesn't have to be about Thrive. You just have to show people that you're here for them and like just keep them at the forefront of their minds, so that when they're ready to thrive again, they're going to come back to you. They're not going to go reach out to somebody else because they don't know if you're there. They don't know if you're thriving. They don't know what's going on. So it's super important to make sure that you're there, that you're accessible, and that you're easy to find and easy to get a hold of and contact. You really want to stay at the top of people's mind. Again, that's why we do the value posts that we are doing every day. You guys, like the different types of value posts, the different reels, all of this stuff, because you want to be constantly giving free value to your community. Because if you are in health and wellness, right, and you want to be, we talk about being the expert in your field, right? That doesn't mean you have to be an expert, but you want to show people that you're the expert. You want people to thrive with you because they're like, wow, like they're constantly posting wellness tips. They're constantly bringing value. They're constantly talking about drinking their water. They're constantly just like, you're a vibe, right? Like you want to be a vibe. You want people to feel positive when they consume your content, and you're somebody that they want to be around, and they feel like you're constantly bringing tips. You're constantly bringing like value. You're giving out the meal plan. You're just doing these extra little things. Maybe if it's a local customer, or even it's not, you're maybe sending a sample of Pink Pro in the mail and just saying, hey, thanks for your auto ship order. Here is my favorite collagen product. Just wanted you to be able to try it. Try before you would buy it. Like, here you go. Here's an opportunity to taste test this. You guys, when you stand out and you bring value and you just do those little extra things, that is what makes people want to thrive with you and not with others. That's what makes people feel like you're valuing them as a customer. Think about like when you order online somewhere, or you do something and they like send the package in the mail. Amazon just throws it in the mailbox, right? But if you order from Etsy, Etsy's probably going to send you a little postcard with a thank you note, maybe wrap it in tissue paper. Like, I'm not saying you have to go that above and beyond, but I'm saying if you send your auto ship customer a thank you, even if it's in Messenger, and say, I really appreciate you, even if you don't have credits to offer, but you recognize that they just placed an order with you and you go above and beyond, that's going to make them feel special. That's going to make them feel seen. That's going to make them feel valued. And when you do that, people are going to continue to want to give their business to you, because you guys, how many people are out there thriving? Our customers can thrive with anybody. And we all know, whether it's compliant or not, we all know all it takes is a new email to sign up with somebody else. Period. End of statement. So if we are not taking care of our people, they are going to go find somebody else to thrive with. So it's why customer retention is so important, and why bringing value to our community is important, and why just doing those little tiny extra things that take the next step. I understand that it's work, but you guys, we get paid. Like, we get paid on Tuesdays. It's supposed to be work. We're getting paid for it. And then when we do those extra things, we have to do nothing, and they have an auto ship on, and it's just running every single month. All we have to do is say thank you. All we have to do is send a little freebie. All we have to do is say, hey, here's some credits. I appreciate you. It takes us like 3 seconds and we get paid $20 on it. Like, you have to remember that. I think so often we get in this space of like, well, I don't have time, or I hate sending follow-ups. You know, we have to change how we think about this, and that we need to take care of them because they are going to be our paycheck next month. And when you treat this like an actual business, it pays like a business. And I don't know if you guys had an opportunity to watch the Kristen Boss video that I sent to our team thread, but that's another one of my business coaches. And I'm in the social selling Academy. And so she's another great person besides Jessie Lee to also binge content. She's got a YouTube page, podcast, lots of free content, Instagram. But anyways, she is very knowledgeable in the social selling space. And like she talked about this yesterday and she sent me an email. Again, you guys, this is like the point of this. Like she sent me an email. I'm already a customer of hers because I've already bought into the Social Selling Academy. But she sent an email with this free value, right? So she is still providing me with value, even though I've already bought in. I've already bought her program and she is sending me a separate email. So she did the extra work to continue to bring value as basically a thank you. Like, hey, you're already my customer, but I still appreciate you. Here is this extra value tip. And so she sent the email and it was about and I loved it. It like made me, I was writing my post last night, you guys, for our reel, and I started to say, if you want to make some extra money, and if you watch the video, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And she talked about our money mindset, and that when we talk about, when you're saying extra, it just means like, okay, so like, let's say if you didn't watch the video, I'm going to just reiterate it. If you did, I apologize. You got to hear it again, but from my perspective. But you know, like extra would be like, okay, like you want to make a little extra money because you got, you know, some old stuff laying around your house that you want to sell on Facebook Marketplace. And you're like, maybe I can make an extra $100 by just getting rid of this crap in my house. But like, that's like just extra. Like, so it's just like, okay, I'm just going to add that to my budget and it's just going to be extra. And it's like hobby money. And it's just like, it's just extra. And so it feels like when you get the extra, then it's like, okay, one and done. And that's it. Well, what if we think about our business like that? Like, okay, well, if I can just make a little extra $100 a month, you're almost like putting a cap on your business. And then that's all you're going to earn. But what if you just say, I am looking to earn more money. Like I'm adding more into my budget, not just extra. And I think like that kind of changes the game in the aspect of like, no, we're really looking to earn more money because this is a business. It's not a hobby. Extra just feels like a hobby. And so it's really interesting when you really think about what your mindset is and what you're telling your mind, because if we just work this business like a hobby, it's going to perform like a hobby. So for example, if we feel like it's a pain in the butt to send our customers follow-up messages or gifts or anything that sets us apart, or make a Canva meal plan, or go that extra mile to bring this free content to them and free value. And if we look at that like it's a chore, well, then it's going to be a chore. And then our business is just going to perform like a hobby because we just check in when we feel like it. I seen this thing this week and actually I heard it, and Jess might have already heard it because she is in this recruiting challenge that we're doing with Boss Lee. And it was Fraser Brooks. And if you don't know who he is, another guru in the industry, as a side note, so you can binge his free content as well if you want to learn more. But what he talked about is that every single time that we take one day off of our business, one day, it backs us up 3 days. So for the people that take Saturday and Sundays off of their businesses, it actually backs us up 6 days. So like you're 6 days behind when you take 2 days off. And it just really, really hit me because he said, how many of you do 30-day challenges or 30-day runs or a 90-day run or whatever, but then you're so freaking burnt out at the end of it. So you do this 30-day challenge, but then you're so burnt out. And then you're like, I'm just going to give myself grace and I'm going to take a week off because I'm just exhausted. Well, guess what happens then? If you take 7 days off and it sets you back 3 days, that's 21 days. So you just did a 30-day challenge and a 30-day run, but now it set you back 21 days. So really, you only gained 7 days in your business. So was that 30-day challenge really worth it if you're not going to continue to move your business forward? And so that was just like really eye-opening to me, of how important it is for us to just continually stay consistent in our business. And because that's just how fast we can lose our audience, because we don't have attention spans, you guys. And if all of a sudden people see in your business, you just completely went ghost for a month, you're going to lose those people. It's the fact of the matter. So it just really depends on, the differentiator of, are you going to be the person that works the business like a hobby, or are you going to be the person that works the business like a business? And obviously, if you work it like a business, it's going to pay like a business. I mean, it's pretty much just that simple. And again, it's just dedicating the time. It doesn't have to be a ton, but do you have a dedicated work time for your business, whether it's 30 minutes or 60 minutes in the evening, where you are just taking the time to either create content, create reels, create posts, send follow-ups to your customers. If you just take 30 to 60 minutes and do that, you will see how much your business is going to change just by putting that little bit of extra work in, and not viewing it like it's a chore, being like, I get to do this. This business, if I'm consistent every single day, could literally bring me in $60,000 a year if I'm consistently doing it every single day. That took me 2 years to do, you guys. 2 years consistently working it every single day and showing up. And it's very, very possible for anybody. I did it while I worked full-time at the salon, but my mindset was like, I'm doing it. I don't know how it's going to happen, but I'm doing it and I'm not going to give up. I love these products. I'll never stop. And so I'm just going to keep on moving forward, and nothing's going to get in my way of doing that. So you have to ask yourself, like, how important is it to you? Are you going to do it? Are you committed? What's your mindset? And how are you viewing your business? Let's see. Again, I'm not going to get into like follow up, because you guys, we all know follow up, checking in with our customers. We need to obviously just know that we need to be doing that, checking in with them, and not just like checking in the first week. You got to check in 3 weeks later, a month later. You don't want to be to the point you're annoying, but just enough to like know that your customers know that you're there for them. Let's see. And then also, you guys, knowing our value, it's so important. Like, have you researched the prices of other companies? If you haven't, I encourage you to do that. Because that is going to be another way that you are going to be able to retain your customers when you are confident. And if you're confident, it's going to be that much easier. But how you're going to gain that confidence is understanding that something like Optavia that people are doing is $400 a month. 400. Like, you guys, that is a lot. So when you think of our package at $160 a month, plus they can get it for free, you are going to feel so much more confident knowing that, yeah, there's this other program out here, but you're also paying $400 for it, and you can't get it for free. So when you know the value of what we have, that's also really going to gain your confidence. And you don't need to, argue with people. Like when you talk to somebody or they say like, oh, well, I was doing X, Y, and Z. And then if other people's, other companies' expenses and stuff, well, you can be like, well, I understand that that's what you like, but, I know that that's about what, $200 a month for that program. Your Thrive experience is $160, and I can also help you get it for free. I'm not trying to talk you into anything, but I know the value that we have here. And when you can talk really, really confidently like that, that is also going to set you apart as well. So knowing the prices of other companies is really huge. And also just being realistic, you guys. I know we want to share these extreme extreme transformations sometimes, but do not underestimate the realistic ones too, the ones that are just small changes, because for some people, that is too big of a staircase to take. You know, it is way, way, way too big of a staircase. It is like, you know, we're talking about some people are seriously overwhelmed by like huge transformations because they have been trying to lose 5-10 pounds for 5 years. And so when they see somebody that just dropped this 60-pound weight loss, that feels overwhelming for them because they feel like, oh, sometimes people look at it like, oh, they're just trying to oversell, like, oh, that's just the big hype, or oh, it happened for that person, but it's not going to happen for me. Sometimes people need to see smaller transformations because that's what they can relate with. And so don't feel like we always only have to share these huge transformations. And if it's you, share your small wins too, because that's when people can really put themselves into your shoes. So that's also super important. And then truly grabbing people's goals, you guys, and just knowing what it is, adding that extra customer service. If you really, really think that they need balance, then tell them that. And say, you know what, like, I know you talked about your gut health and you've always struggled with it. I really think also adding balance to your order is really going to help you start seeing those results quicker. It's going to help your digestion and blah, blah, blah. The worst thing that can happen is they're going to say, no, I don't want the balance. I'd rather just start with the 3 steps. And then you're like, okay, that's great. No problem. But if you are still struggling after that, then that might be a recommendation that I would add in for you. And again, just being that authoritative person, giving them that customer service, giving them your knowledge is also going to hugely, hugely impact your business and help these people to 100% trust you, because people truly, truly want to know exactly, exactly what they need. And they're looking for you to help them. So, personalizing, we hear a lot of people talk about like, let me help you customize your cart. Let me help you customize your experience. I mean, this is another huge piece of this, is just when you can give that customization to people, that it doesn't make them just feel like another sale or another number. So make sure that it's all in your language. When you are talking about, let me help you customize your experience, then people don't feel like you're just looking for another sale. They feel like you're actually taking the time to know what their goals are and helping them get exactly the experience or, the products that they really need, which is true, right? Like we know like Le-Vel isn't just cookie cutter. We have so many products, so many experiences, so many systems. And so we really want to figure out, do they belong in Elite? Do they belong in Classic? Do they maybe need a Classic, but maybe they need TAC, or maybe they need Ultra? There are so many things that we can customize that cart for. And then obviously just advocate for yourself, not just Le-Vel. I mean, I love Le-Vel, but again, you guys, we are our own brand. And we get to choose how we show up and how we promote our experience, how we promote our business. So make sure that you are advocating for yourself. And by advocating for yourself, you can add any little promo onto anything that you do. You can say, starting today, you can change your business and be like, okay, from here on out, everybody that places an order, I'm going to ask them for their address myself, and I'm going to send them a postcard thanking them. Everybody that orders from me is going to get a meal plan. Everybody that orders from me is not only going to get their Thrive experience, but I'm going to send them a little tiny goodie pack. For every new customer, they get this little goodie pack from me, whatever that looks like. But you guys get to set yourself apart. And by doing those little things, that is how you're going to brand yourself and how people are going to come to you and maybe not others, because you truly are branding yourself and making yourself set out above the rest. And, you guys, just sharing who you are on social media is also going to help you to retain those customers, as silly as it sounds. If you're volunteering your time, share that. if you are going above and beyond, share those things, share those wins, share those donations that you're helping out for. It really actually got me to thinking, last year, you guys, we did a Thrive event, and we did the Cash wanted to start jamming out. We did the school supply drive. Do you guys remember that? Like, those are the things that I, as a team, would like to get back into doing more of, because again, that's gonna set Cash. Oh my gosh. He's over here dancing on the bed to the music. It's adorable. He's ready to get his Friday started. Can I turn it down just a little bit, Cash? Cash is gonna have the best freaking night of his life, you guys. It's Friday and he's got that Friday energy. But you guys, like, if we can do more stuff like this, it's gonna set our team apart of like who we are and what we're about. And when you stand for something and big causes and things like that, that's also going to retain customer retention for you, just because people want to be a part of something, and they want to be a part of something that they're like, okay, like Heather's not just constantly selling Thrive, she's also giving back to her community. She's a good person. And when you do those kinds of things, you guys, it makes people want to be a part of what you are. And it makes them feel good about their purchase, because they know that they're purchasing with somebody who has a good heart, who's paying it forward, who's doing special things for other people. So as a team, I do want to think about this. And I don't know if it's too late to do another school supply drive again. But something that Triton's football team just did is for our family photo. I'm looking at this and it said photo. His family football picnic, they did a drive for soup and sacks, and like compiled a bunch of like donations for school clothes. So we had all the families go through their clothes that they didn't need anymore, because there are a ton of people in our community that are hurting and that they don't have enough money to get school clothes for their kids. But if we can go and we can contact one of these organizations and be like, hey, what are your guys' needs? What do you need? And as a Thrive team, we can pull together and we can do a Thrive event, and we can say, for every donation you bring, you get a free, or for a donation, you get a free sample or whatever. Then people feel like they're a part of something, but then they're also gaining the Thrive sample. But sometimes people don't like to just say yes to something free. But if they bring a donation and then they get it free, it feels different. And then that's another part of how we can build up our community, you guys. And we can show people that we are this freaking rock star Thrive team, and you want to thrive with us because we are putting our energy out and we're paying it forward, and we are building up our community. The other thing I thought about, how fun would it be as a team? Like, what if we did like some kind of like Thanksgiving meal drive or something like that, where like we could host families. Maybe we could do some posts and see who needs family, who like what families we could help with a Thanksgiving dinner, or maybe we call the Salvation Army. And what if our team pulled together and we like helped with Thanksgiving meals? Or what if like we donated our time and as a team we went and volunteered somewhere and did something? Like, not only would that bring team community, but how fun would it be if in our local communities, the people that are all local to each other, they all, because I know like Michelle and Amber, they're in Toma, but what if their team in Toma, they pulled together and they did something for their community? And then the Marshfield people, we did something for our community, and our Chippewa Falls team, they did something for their community. And like, that's going to set us apart. And it feels really good to do that. And yeah, Jess said the school supply event was so fun and everyone can write that off as an expense. Absolutely. So these are ways that we can still write it off for our business. It feels good and we can pay it forward. And then that sets our team apart. So I know that's a weird way of thinking about customer retention, you guys, but that is another way that you're going to also retain customers, because people want to feel a part of something. So we need to get back to, as a team, of bringing our teams back together, getting together, having events. If we could volunteer our time, like think about how, like if all of us volunteered our time and we went and did something in the community. I don't know what that something is right now, but we can think about it. And we can get together. Like, let's say we all went on a Sunday, and I'm just like, first thing that pops in my head, like we go and pick up garbage. I mean, that's kind of a spring thing, but I'm just thinking about that. Like all of us as a team, we're all wearing our DFTs. We're out in the community. We're picking up garbage. I'm just using this as the example. Or we're at a Thanksgiving soup kitchen and we're serving a Thanksgiving meal, early in the morning, because maybe it's before we have our Thanksgiving dinner or something like that. And we all have our DFTs on and we're serving our communities. Like, imagine what that's going to make us look like as a team and for Lavelle. And then we send those pictures into the corporate page, and then people in our communities see that, and then they want to thrive with us, because how we pay it forward and how we help our communities, and that we are not just about our own health and wellness, we are about helping other people as well. Another thing is, you guys, like Hannah House, Mary's Place, they always are needing like hygiene products and so many things. So like there's so many outlooks that we could look at to like help build our communities and make it a better place, while sharing our Thrive experience. That's also going to help us build connections. It's going to help us build our network. And when you build your network, you build your net worth. Because guess what? When you're paying it forward and you're putting yourself out there and building a name for yourself, people are going to start to also send you referrals. So it's really important to do. So those are kind of my thoughts for today. Michelle says, I had Hendrix old clothes. I send Hendrix old clothes to one of his former teachers. It would be nice to get multiple people to donate to the multiple elementary schools here in Toma. I know so many kids don't have much. That's a great idea. Yes. So Michelle, you weren't here yet. So I'm going to just share with you what we did. Last year we had a Thrive event, and we just did it with our team. And we did a Thrive event, and then we just said it was a school drive, a school supply drive. So bring school supplies. So people brought backpacks, notebooks, like I think water bottles. We just did all kinds of stuff. We had a Thrive event. We all got together. We had samples there. We, I think, did a drawing for people that brought school supplies. They got entered into a drawing, obviously for Thrive. And, we just kind of put this thing together, and then we brought it all over to the United Way. And we had a lot, you guys. It was so cool. And it felt so good that our team did that. So you, Amber, if Audrey's in your area too, I think you guys could all get together with also your other Thrivers there, and you guys could pull together an event and have them invite their people and bring their donations, and make sure you just really take lots of pictures of it and really post all that up. And it's really a big deal. So we can talk about that too. If you want to talk about it, I'm happy to help give some ideas and suggestions. But that's what I have for you guys today. I just want to open it up if anybody has any thoughts, any questions, anything they want to add. Any like organizations you would like to help or give for. I'm all open ears for all of it. I think that it would be a really great team building for us. And I just think it would just be really good to just get our faces and our team out into the community and just really show who we are as Thrivers. So if you guys have any thoughts or input about any of that, I would love to hear it. And if you have any questions, let me know. Anybody? Nobody? No?
You're just so good at explaining everything, Heather, that we all understand the concept of pretty much
Wow.
everything that you've gone over today. Fantastic.
Okay, cool. Well, then I'm going to end it here. You guys have an amazing Friday. Get your August challenge. Make sure, hey, easy brother. Don't be pounding on my laptop. I am gonna go get my stitches out at 8. Ask me how freaking excited I am. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to get these damn things out of there. But anyway, you guys, who knows if there's a promo that will be coming. Obviously, I have a feeling there will be. So you know, be mindful of that. I'm always here. So if you need anything, let me know. And I hope you guys have an amazing weekend and an awesome Friday. And I will see you guys back here on Monday morning. Bye, guys. Have a great day.